I can give you the scores right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome to the Clubhouse Show. Dave LaPoint with my good friends Mike Lavalliere, the Meatball, Chris Stansberry. We've got Julio. We've got Fernando behind the Mackie gun case that we carry all of our stuff in, pushing all the right buttons. Pretty good crowd here at Doc's Grill at Summerfield Crossings Golf Course, and it's kind of funny being away for it seems like 2 weeks. But one of us got to participate in baseball, and I got to go to a Legends camp in St. Louis. And actually, I think the way it goes, I think they invited my wife, and then I tagged along because she's more popular there at that thing right now. But to see all the old guys and be around it, and to be able to participate in the baseball game at Busch Stadium, the new Busch Stadium, and see Baseball Village, what an exciting time. But let's get to the stuff we talk about. The All-Star game went on, and I think the All-Star game was a great game. I think the Home Run Derby was absolutely terrible, and I think some of the networks dropped the ball on a few things during this All-Star week.
Should I come in right now and just start getting pissed off like I usually do?
Or
wait a
second.
second. Now, you know what? It's been 2 weeks, okay? I've been working, anger management and all these things. Kind of last couple episodes, I've kind of really lost it, okay?
So would you consider that you, instead of blew something else, you have blue throat right now? You're ready to burst.
Okay, well, guess what? MLB had a perfect opportunity to, let's say, recognize some of the greatest players that have ever played. Many of them all-stars. Participants somewhere along the line. And really, I hope they learn from this, suggestion-wise. And it was a great tribute to the captain. Derek Jeter deserved all of the accolades that he got, all the pomp, circumstance, everything.
Tremendous commercial by Nike.
It was just, all that is so deserved for such a great guy. And but having said that, they did that extremely well, but not recognizing, let's just say, Ralph Kiner, Frank Cashin, Jerry Coleman, Jim Fregosi, Don Zimmer, Tony Gwynn, and Bob Welch. We lost them all this year. And I apologize if I missed anyone, but there's an opportunity right before the game starts. And I'm not a big Hollywood guy, but even in some of their award shows, I believe the Oscars, they recognize people that were contributors that they've lost. And why not right before the anthem just go ahead and recognize those guys? And to me,
I'm going to go good cop, bad cop.
Okay.
I was sitting. Fortunately, I'm going to name drop. I was sitting in the cigar smoking room at Bruce Suter's house over there in Atlanta. He invited me over, so we took a ride over and saw his house, and the conversation got going. The same exact thing. How do they forget Tony Gwynn on a night like this? But can you remember another All-Star game where they did honor somebody that had passed away during the season? And then we got on that conversation of, no, we really couldn't think of it. Did they mess up or didn't they mess up?
Well, you know what? I think they messed up. But to the point where, maybe it wasn't a mess up. Maybe it was let's change this. Let's go ahead and start recognizing these folks, and let's go ahead and set a precedence. And maybe next year it is, maybe it's not. But I think it was just, maybe it's because the guys were close to us, and close to me personally.
All of our
some of these guys, and maybe that's what's hit my nerve. Where in years past, well, maybe these are older guys that I didn't really think about it. Well, I thought about it this year, and it was to the point where, damn, I think they should have done something. And you're absolutely right. I don't ever remember them doing this, but hey, why not?
Well, and I was at the game. I apologize, but I was at the game, and I heard it from the fans around the area in my section, especially, hey, did they mention Gwynn before the game? Was I in the bathroom? They had a moment of silence, and there was more than one person that it came up sitting in the stands both Monday night and Tuesday night at Minneapolis that there should have been something for Tony Gwynn. Now, granted, no one mentions, hey, did anybody say anything about Ralph Kiner? But that happened in the offseason. That was a little bit before.
But Major League Baseball did go to San Diego a few days before the All-Star game.
Yes.
All of Major League Baseball was up there, and Tony Clark was there, and they did give a tribute to Tony Gwynn at his home stadium.
And the Rays did the same thing for Zimmer. I was at that game as well. They had Torrey on the field, and Jim Leland was in town. So they've done the things in their home stadium. I kind of agree with Spanky that it kind of just felt like you left there and you're like, ugh, this was such a really nice night that it could have been topped off.
Me and Spanky were at the tribute to Jim Fregosi and spring training that they had over in Clearwater, which was unbelievable to me. There had to have been 300 baseball dignitaries there, and there was names coming, from left and right, and a great, Joni was over there, his wife, and a great tribute to Jim Fregosi. But is that the time? It's kind of like the Academy Awards or the ESPYs, where they do a quick roll call at the end of, and it seems like I'm putting this to the side that it's not important. Believe me, I'm not saying that. I don't know how the networks run. What time do they have to do stuff like that? But I agree with you. I mean, sometime during the game, a moment of silence, just show their pictures on the scoreboard. Everybody's happy, but they didn't have time to do that.
Well, is a minute.
We have time to watch all of the guys that aren't hitting home runs have to wipe their face off and get a Gatorade, and have 3 or 4 guys come out and wipe the brow off.
Okay, so here, this is our little rant I've got going on right now. Okay, MLB is turning into the WWE, WWF, whatever. It's freaking wrestling now. Okay, every guy has got his own music before he steps into the squared circle, blah, blah, blah.